Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry that I dozed off last night after while we was playing Guild Wars 2. For those of you that noticed that part right now, I was gonna try to edit it this morning, but for some reason the video is still processing, so I'm not sure why. I'll try to fix it at a later point. I can't fix it right now. But hope all's well with everyone. Wanted to play a little bit of Guild Wars 2. Don't know how much I really got to play, but at least got to explain my characters a little bit, especially my little things, just reminding you guys that's my name when I'm on there, and then making sure I mention which character is inspired by my dad. I hope all is well with everyone else. We're just chilling out and stuff like that. So, hope all's well with everyone else. We're just getting ready to drive from homeschool to my school like usual on a morning, at the moment at least. So as a reminder, when I'm not on YouTube, I am a high school math teacher / college instructor. So for those of you that haven't met me before, that's why sometimes you'll hear me talk about school or teaching or mathematics, depending on what's going on. And when I am on YouTube, I am a variety game streamer, and recently yesterday we finished another game into my A to Z challenge, where currently I'm trying to do 26 games in 52 weeks, and we finished the letter G. Yes, I know there's a lot more that I could do with that game, but right now we're going to focus on finishing the games first. If I get a chance to in the summer play each of these games again, trying to see how I can 100%, we might try to do that, just so we can say journey to finish the game or something like that. I want to find a clever title. Maybe at some point I'll think about how to cleverly say it. Right now, so far, we defeated a decent amount now with A, C, D, E, and now G. So far so good on that. Welcome in everyone. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome in as well. Now we're just chilling out, hanging out. And those of you that are watching this after effect, don't forget to leave a comment if you want to say hi too. Because I know that sometimes we enjoy saying hi to each other. So don't be afraid to do that if you want to. But we're just thinking about a lot of different things at the same time, where sometimes I'm talking to you guys, sometimes I'm humming. Just depends on what's going on and what's going on in chat. But hope all is well with everyone as for just getting 2 hour drive. Glad that we can say we finished another game of Game Deck. I know we finished G before F, but from what I've heard, seen, and what other people have told me, that I know Fallout 3 is going to be one that it's going to take longer than I originally planned, but it's just because of me not knowing the game. I know if I knew the game before going into it, like some people was talking about when we was talking about things behind the streams and stuff, that they agreed that if I had known what I was doing, I could have beaten the game in record time or in only a month time or whatnot. But because I have no idea how the game functions, at least at the beginning, especially when I spent 2 weeks trying to play Fallout 1, that's why it's taking a little bit longer than other games, to say the least. just like, I thought about it the other day. I'm just like, it's interesting. And again, this is HNI polls are up. Probably look at it later today and maybe give a message on pin on the H tab about to solidify what game we're playing for H. So don't forget to vote or something like that. Hey, brother Adam, how you doing? If I am, I'm not meaning to. How are you doing, brother Adam? I know I'm slightly still waking up, but I'm actually more awake than yesterday, so that's interesting to hear. Right now, I just believe in different things, and I forgot my students have Friday off, so some of the things I was planning to do, I'm like, oh shoot, that doesn't work. So I'm trying to change how I'm doing things for some. I want to make sure they have enough time to do different things. Welcome in, everyone. Hope all's well. We're just chilling out this morning. Some of us is the afternoon, some of us is the evening, depending on our time zones. And I have no clue if Brother Adam's still with me or not. I can't tell you for sure. He might be half asleep too. Who knows? So, he's an hour behind me, so I know it's early for him. At least you don't have to worry about driving yet, right? I just know for me as a teacher, it's one of the many skills I've learned how to do is drive, no matter how awake I feel. That making sure that I'm driving as good as I can, no matter when I'm driving. Everything's going good. I'm glad yesterday we got to finish the game like I said earlier, but I know some of you guys are just tuning in now. I know at some point I need to finalize the H game. Right now, 2 games have been voted on really much, and I think 1 is winning if I last looked at the poll right. So we'll be closing that poll soon. If you vote after the time, I'm still gonna count the ones that was voted before I say time's up, just to make sure that I don't have to worry about changing it midstream or whatnot, because everyone voted for the other game because it's like, we really want you to play this game though. Brother Adam. don't feel like doing question and answer right now. Besides just what we are already talking about on different things. Because right now I have it where sometimes they come up with random generated questions, but it's funny that sometimes it gives me the questions that I already done last week. I'm like, I'll skip it. Because I don't want it to feel like that we're doing the exact same thing over and over again. But yeah, we're just chilling on, hanging out for those of us that are new to the channel. We talk about random stuff sometimes, and sometimes that all of it has a purpose depending on who you talk to. At some point I need to do the J poll so I can start setting that up. So since we're about to be doing H10, so we're 2 polls ahead. And I have a couple ideas what I'm gonna do for J. Just trying to decide which ones I'm gonna do, because I think J I have at least a lot to choose from. So I want to make sure that I choose ones that people will kind of recognize. So yeah, I want to do also 102 that people are like, oh, what's that? Just in case they've never heard it before. Like for H, I did the Happy game because I happen to have it for some reason. I don't know how I got it, but I figured it'd be interesting to show. Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome in. How are you doing today? No worries, brother Adam. No worries. But I just know that not everyone's gonna notice that one. Yeah. Would be. You just have to make sure to, like for my group of students, because they don't always see it, that I have to remind them what the square root part does with negatives, because it's not often that a lot of students see it nowadays when they're in high school, because it's like barely talked about in Algebra 2, because we talk about it for when we're doing quadratics, but besides that, we're not talking about it with factoring and stuff like that usually. Sorry about that, Jeffrey. On my thing, if you accidentally put a period in the middle and forgot to put a space, it deletes your comment. Just give you a heads up. So be careful of your spaces. Nice, Brother Adam. But yeah, like I said, that things can be interesting, and I can't tell you for sure how like every school has it set up. I know in Texas, typically we go from Algebra 1 either in middle school or first year of high school, then geometry either your first year if you took out Algebra 1 in middle or in 10th grade. Then from there, it depends on who you are, if you go to and what school you're at. If you go to Math Models Algebra 2 or Algebraic Reasoning, then from there it splits off more depending on what the students need. At least at my school, you can definitely tell that some don't have that freedom, and then you can tell the ones who you can tell right away that no one's worried about it. They succeed in math or not, so they're like, oh, why try? So it's like you can tell the difference. Like in my classes, especially, that you can tell that some of them who are serious, some of them who are wanting to get it done and stuff like that. Hello, London. I have no. I do have an idea what you're talking about, but you're thinking the wrong stream. I understand that, Brother Adam. And I know, depending on how the teacher lays it out, that sometimes they want students to teach each other, because, like, especially now, philosophy of different teaching is the more that we're able to let students teach themselves, the more they understand it is the current philosophy of things. Randomly, just depends on what I'm feeling like. I understand that completely, Brother Adam. But yeah, that's why it's just one of those interesting things to think about. Because I know back when I was in high school, I had some of my friends that you can tell that they wanted to learn everything that they could, and then you had the ones who's like, I just want to do what's enough, and in college it transferred to just make sure you get C's get degrees. some people, they try to get A's in every class. For me, I was kind of one that I always tried to get B's in every class because at the time I didn't want to guarantee an A because I didn't want to feel like that I was putting so much effort, and when I got upset about 89, then I didn't want to feel like that. I was always asking teachers, like, is there an extra point I can do, an extra point I can do? Because my teachers never really did anything for extra credit. So, hello, Jaffe, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Yeah. Makes sense, Brother Adam. Yes, it's going the direction I'm going. Ambulance. Hopefully whoever that's for is okay. Will be okay depending on what's going on. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Indeed. It looks like I see where it's coming from. There's always some kind of accident right there lately. Hello, Lothar. How are you doing? Welcome in. Indeed. Yeah. For me, sometimes it's interesting what people don't realize that some things are already in the works and they're trying to act like they're trying to stop it. I'm like, it's kind of hard to stop something that's already in the works. Because sometimes I hear people getting upset about something and they're like trying to prevent it from being a big thing, but sometimes behind the scenes it's already happening if they're trying to prevent. I'm just like, how are you not thinking about that? Niceness. Welcome in. Yeah. makes sense, brother Adam. It's crazy how things can be sometimes. And some of the people I knew who became lawyers, they became lawyers because they, as they would say, was good at arguing with their family, so they wanted to see if they can argue for other people. Yeah. Understand that. That's why, like for me and my sister, I'm the more calm one, and she's the one that's wanted to be the angry one as needed between the two of us. As for me, I just don't always enjoy being mad at things for too long. So I'm like, if it happens, it happens. And sometimes I get mad, especially when I know I could have done better on a video or better on a stream. You never what people sometimes. My sister's not worried about being a teacher anytime soon, but I remember my dad and mom always was like wondering why she didn't think about wanting to be a teacher, but then they thought about it later. It's like, oh, that's why. Sometimes my mom and dad thought she was gonna try to be a choir director or something. Indeed, brother Adam. Nothing like someone honking because they're trying to get attention. I'm just like, I didn't even see you in my radar till you were trying to be in that lane. So he wasn't behind me. Not gonna worry about it too much. Right? And some people, they honk at you when it just turned green, and I'm just like, really? It's not like we can all press our gas at the exact same time. So there's always going to be the one who does a false start, as we joke about, because it happens in football from time to time. But in reality, if you do a false start, it can lead to someone hitting someone else's bumper. That does not surprise me, brother Adam. For me, I've never been someone that worked racing anyone, but I can see why some people enjoy it. Because of the thrill or the excitement of saying, yes, I beat someone again. And I'm sure there's many people that are like, man, I beat 99 people. I just need to beat one more to get 100. And then the 100 never happened. Dang it! Maybe I should have turned at that exit. Oh well. Get to talk to you guys more, I guess. Brother Adam. And I can't believe how many times the mobile stream crashed yesterday. It crashed like 7 times. And really, dude, just because you didn't want to wait. Good morning, 315. How are you doing today? Much love to you as well. Hope our grader's been going good for you. But right now we're just chilling out here, enjoying the drive. Yikes. Explains why you're up this early today. So I know sometimes you're up at this time, but sometimes you're not, just depending on what's going on. But yikes. Hopefully things are okay. It's always something that you don't expect to happen. It can be sometimes, especially when there's emergency vehicles going on. Bum, 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 bum. And to you guys, it still feels weird to be going to the school where that's not dark out. For those of you that have been used to drive as well, that you're like, wait, it's brighter out right now? Because we're used to it being still dark right now. Yeah, I can believe that. For me, it's also interesting when someone calls you, whether it's scam or not, that they try to say there's someone from the FBI or CIA, because I've heard interesting stories about some of the other organizations as well. When I was in high school, being like, you need to respond within 24 hours. And I'm like, you're not saying the person's name, and when they do say the person's name, I'm like, who in the world is this person? And for me, I had one time where one of those calls tried to call one out of school, and it was before I knew how to silence a phone that I got so embarrassed that a friend had showed me how to silence my phone because I didn't expect it to go off in class. I remember that. Uh-oh. I know you don't always enjoy that when you see that 3 on 5. Hopefully it's not too much that's manageable. So it's not as much shoveling that you have to worry about. I understand that, brother. Understand 315. I can imagine. I can imagine. I understand that. At some point this month, hopefully I can get both my vehicle and this vehicle, and making sure that there's no issues with any of the mechanical stuff. Because right now, the interesting thing about the vehicle I'm currently driving is when there's a lot of, if it's in the middle of the day that the AC doesn't turn on right now. Brother Adam. So but yeah. Just one of those interesting things, to say the least. I've been enjoying it. 315. I've been enjoying it. I know sometimes it leads to me accidentally dozing off on stream far too often. But I think you guys understand when I'm still trying to do my stream schedule in some sense, even if I'm not streaming for 4 hours of me actual gameplay and stuff like that. But I've been enjoying trying to help another group of students, because for me it's just always something that I enjoy doing, is trying to help people understand math a little bit better, even though I know that some people, when they look at me after the class is done, they'll tell me I still dislike math, or say the strong H word, but we enjoyed the class. So it's been interesting, to say the least, because I have one class that I'm still trying to figure out how to get them to want to learn instead of just not want to do anything but it at the moment. But the rest of them, I've gotten them to buy into the class and stuff like that. Nice 315. I know you've been slowly trying to get that squared away, because I know you've been thinking about it for a little bit. So hopefully things work out in your favor when it comes to that. Again. Sorry, Jonas. Obrigado. Makes sense. 315. Makes sense. Indeed, brother Adam. Indeed. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here, guys, because I need to get stuff done in my classroom and stuff. But I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this stream or video. And if you want to check out something that I know most of you guys haven't checked out, there's a demo Thursday that I recorded last Thursday, but right now only has 3 views. So if you want to check it out, go ahead. But if you don't want to check it out because you're busy doing other things, don't worry about it. I'm just saying it just because I noticed it yesterday, that it still has only 3 views. But yeah, it happens sometimes, that especially when you guys are used to me streaming more often now. But I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this stream. Like I said already, remember, you got this. Stay positive when you can, and don't forget to breathe. See you guys next time. Peace.